moment, my friend.
Welcome to episode 3 of Nothing But Net. I'm your host, Taylor, and I'm with my co-host.
Karl-Heinz.
And today, NBA season starts tomorrow. So today we're recording our predictions. So for today's episode, we got our match day 2 recap. We have our predictions for match day 3. And it's going to be a 2-part episode where we go over the Eastern and Western Conference predictions. So this episode will be the Eastern Conference, so we can backload the second episode with Western Conference content because the East is so bad.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, Carl, kicking it off, let's talk about match day 2. What you got for us?
Champions League was really interesting. Things got in the way with us getting busy with school as well as having fall break, so we wish we could have brought a reaction closer to like those matches that seem forever away.
It was funny
now.
Because like that entire day we're like, dude.
Oh, we were texting back and forth the whole time. I was like, the whole like Tuesday especially, it was a madness because early in the day you had the first game we're going to talk about, Madrid and Club Brugge. We didn't even touch on it in the previous episode because who would have thought that even would have been a game? But right off the bat, Club Brugge scores. I think it was 9 minutes in.
Yeah.
9 minutes in, and right at the end, 39th minute, they go up 2-0. Same guy, Emmanuel Dennis. But
dude, that second goal was such cheese. He did like a FIFA animation.
He tripped over his own feet and scored. Oh, well, that was the first one.
Yeah,
so
the first one he tripped, but the second one he
was falling over himself and chipped it over the keeper.
He did it on purpose. Like he did like a FIFA glitch. He 5-star. He went out there like Castro playing at somebody in foot draft and just chipped over. I was like, dude, Courtois got paid like 90 million transfer, and then he just got chipped by some.
And he got subbed off at half for Areola, who didn't even play that much better, to be honest.
But they came back and got the draw at Real Madrid.
Ramos saved the game for them. Getting that goal early, off the header in the second half, was key. And then
was it Casemiro at the near post header, if I remember this correctly?
Yeah, but what it was right before that, the club 2 minutes before that, the Club Brugge captain, CDM Vormer, got a yellow card on a stupid tackle they shouldn't have got a yellow card for. Well,
the blonde-headed guy, right?
Yeah. He should have gotten a yellow card. He shouldn't have made the tackle, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And then he makes a tackle that he needed to make, but was dirty and got a second yellow in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, their captain. And then off that free kick, they scored. And got the second goal to tie it. And they were pushing for a third. They had chances to win that game and the death of it, even though Casemiro scored the 85th. So.
I was watching that in class. I was like, oh my goodness, Real Madrid might come back and actually win this. And then it just amounted to nothing. But they walk away with a point, which I think is I feel like Bruges should have won that. But after that
they were still cheering like they won the game, even though they got the draw. But hey, I mean, that's a result for them. And Madrid now has a loss, 3-0 to PSG, and a tie to Club Brugge so far in Champions League.
So what's the table?
They need to get points. The table.
Because PSG's up top, obviously.
Yeah. Okay, so the table is PSG with 6 points plus 4 goal differential. Club Brugge in second with 2 points. They have 2 draws. Galatasaray with the draw against Club Brugge.
Right.
And then they lost to PSG. And then Madrid with a loss and a draw as well as Galatasaray. But they have -3 goal difference because of the PSG game, so they're in last.
Wow. That's really shocking.
So they need a result against Galatasaray.
Right. And they have what? So group stage, that's the last game.
No. You play each team twice.
Oh, okay.
So that's six games.
Right.
Because they don't start the round of 16 till
the end of February, right? Wait, not February.
No, January 1.
Yeah.
They started right at the it goes from the round of 16. It takes forever. It's literally from January to March.
Right.
And then you get into April is the quarterfinals, and then because right at the start of high school summer is when Champions League final is. So
it's always on a Saturday too. That's really nice. Champions League, UEFA.
Yeah,
They know how to
I used to
schedule
always go over with my club soccer friends. We would watch it together. It was a thing that we would always do. But yeah.
I know. Quick side note, but that last Champions League final was so uneventful. I feel like after
the way the 2 semifinals went, you were hoping for more from an All England Champions League final.
Right. It was just I felt like I was let down.
Yeah. Well,
But
anyway, getting on to the team that lost in that final and got absolutely battered last week by my team, Bayern.
Is North London red?
Yeah, seriously. Tottenham is having a stinker of a season.
Yeah.
They're even sucking in the Prem. They lost 7-2 to Bayern, an absolute blitzkrieg.
So what's your scouting report on Gnabry? 4 goals to cooking.
Dude, I don't know if you saw this goal. I liked it on Twitter the other day. He scored. He's right-footed, and he came in from the right wing. 2 steps in from like he started driving in from the wing.
Right.
And like 2 steps from outside like the 18, so probably like 23 yards away, rips it with his left foot right into the corner off the post, like cutting in on his left foot, like curling towards the left post. It was nasty.
But he's also been putting up numbers for the German national team too. He's been scoring
him
goals.
and Werner. Oh my God. And Sane. Oh God.
Is Germany's future solved? Better than the US?
I don't know. They still need to find chemistry, but yeah, it was an absolute battering. In the first half, it was close. Like.
I believe Tottenham scored first.
Yeah, they scored
right?
first. Like, Son had, like, 3 golden chances, and he finally finished with the third one.
Right.
In, like, the first, like, few minutes, and they were dominating. It was, like, a back-and-forth, really, like, high-paced game.
Right.
And the first half told you that. It was 2-2 at halftime, I believe. The response right after from Joshua Kimmich, beautiful right-footed shot curling into the left corner from right outside the top of the D. Beautiful goal to tie it up. And then we went into half up 2-1. We were up 2-1 because Lewandowski got the goal right in the 45th, right at the die.
And Gnabry just started pouring it on.
And then, right to start the second half, 2 goals from Gnabry, 53rd and 55th minute. And then the penalty to Kane. They thought they had a chance, even though they really didn't. And then Gnabry again in the 83rd and 88th. He just made all the Tottenham defense look ridiculous. Serge Aurier, nightmares of Serge Gnabry.
Yeah, he's like sleeping at night. It's like opened up, checking the closet. He's gonna go to the bathroom. He's like looking around his house, like, is Gnabry still in here?
Nightmares. And Lewandowski he got nominated for Ballon d'Or.
Really?
Yeah, the other day. So
isn't that the Messi and Ronaldo award, where like they only give out the Messi and Ronaldo?
And Modric. Modric won.
That was, I don't know about that one.
No. I think he deserved it, but yeah. But anyways,
entirely.
We're getting sidetracked. Sidetracked.
How about the next game? Dortmund going up 2-0 against Slavia Prague.
Yeah, it was an okay game. Definitely. I mean, their left back scored both their goals. So
right. I was looking that up today and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hakimi scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
And if you look at the stats on that game, like Slavia held their own. I think.
Again, they held their own. They got the result against Inter, and then So I as much as we thought they were going to get run over, they're holding their own.
Like 16 shots, 9 shots against Dortmund, 7 on target, possession 49-51. That's for a team. I mean, I don't really know Slavia, but for a team.
I didn't know them until this year either.
Right, and they're going against Dortmund, a German powerhouse. You would say, well, not a powerhouse, but a German top tier club. That's pretty damn good.
Normally top 3, yeah.
All right, what's the next one you got for me, Carl?
Liverpool Salzburg.
That was a cracker.
I texted you right away. I was like, yo, they just came back from 3-0 now. So Liverpool was up 3-0, and Salzburg came back to tie it 3-3.
Right.
Absolute madness.
And then Salah got that goal.
Salah got a goal.
It looked like he just was in training. Like the ball comes over to him, he just taps his foot forward and puts it right dead center in the goal. And I'm like, Mo Salah just took that. It was like watching it in slow motion.
And it just took the wind out of their sails. Like they tried to fight back, but they just didn't have it.
Did you see the halftime of the manager from Red Bull?
Salzburg, yeah.
Yeah, Salzburg.
I saw a little bit, and
Jesse Marsh he's like an American captain over there. Or he was an American player, but he's the American manager. Went over there, and he was rallying the troops 3-0 down. They're he was speaking in English and another language. I forgot what the tweet said. And he was screaming we need to get stuck in and go out there and just, pound, attack. And he got a result. He got 3 goals, but then the Salah, and it just kind of deflated. But, I mean, if you're Red Bull, or however you say it.
Salzburg, yeah.
Salzburg, If you go up and you score 3 answered goals, even though you lost, I feel like the confidence will carry over to the next
you had
game.
to be through the roof. Especially, I think the Erling Haaland, I think is his name.
Yeah.
I think he's like 18 or something. I saw he's doing a madness over there.
What's the next game you got for us?
Another game that was a fantastic watch on Wednesday was Inter Barca.
Right.
Classic Conte playing out the back for Inter led to their first goal in the second. I think it was in the second minute. Was it?
Yeah.
Very early on. Lautaro Martinez. They off a goal kick. They played it, and Barca high pressed, and they played out of the high press and basically into an almost like counterattack. Because they were high pressing, it felt like a counterattack, and they got through an own goal and scored. But then,
did you hear of a guy named Luis Suarez before? Have you heard of him?
Oh my God, no, have not. Tell me about him, Taylor.
Scored 2 goals against Inter Milan to get that victory, and one of them being the overhead kick. No, it was a volley kick.
It was like a scissor kick. It was like from the side, and he was almost outside the 18. On one time on the volley, going back in the direction where the volley came from, kind of, which is a technique that's pretty hard to do, in my opinion. I would say from that far out to get that clean of a strike, it's a sign of a world-class striker.
Right. So. But he still bites people, so I don't know how I feel about him. But that's another episode.
He has kids now, so I got
He's like,
he's calmed down on the biting since he's had the kids. I guess.
Yeah, he's like, hey, Cellini, I'm gonna bite you on the shoulder. 2014, best World Cup I've ever watched. Just a little quick side note.
Yeah, best World Cup I've ever watched because my team won.
Any other games you want to talk about, Carl?
Just a quick note. Watched the Atalanta Shakhtar game in class, and it was a pretty back and forth game. And then the goal in the dying embers of the game in the 95th for Solomon. I thought it was a pretty entertaining game.
Yeah, I think it was a good game. You know, I mean, you got your money's worth if you watched the whole thing at the end. Yeah. Drama, goal. Okay, Carl, we are moving to match day 3.
Yes,
quick picks. Who do you got? Who do you want to bet your money on? Who are you going to bet?
Well, I mean, if I'm betting my money, I would bet my money on, actually, maybe, I don't know, never mind. A City over Atalanta. Yeah, I mean, if I was betting money. But I think the good games, the good matchups, there aren't as many as last week.
Yeah.
But we had a few surprises last week as well. So I think Atletico Leverkusen, I feel like it's going to be a good game.
Who do you got in that one?
I got Atletico.
Yeah,
just
I do
because
too.
Atletico is gonna pull out the result.
I feel like Atletico is one of those teams that's like a 16-team lock all the time.
Yeah, they're always there, even without Grease. I feel like this is gonna be a cool matchup to see how João Felix and Kai Havertz play against each other. Like obviously they're not defending each other.
Is Kai linked anywhere to leave?
Not yet, but you think about it, Julian Brandt was the last big player at Leverkusen. He went to Dortmund, so and he was that kind of same position, like center. He's an attacking mid, but can also play wing.
Right.
Yeah, young star for Germany. I think Havertz is going to be the next I don't think he plays like him, but the next Ozil type player for the German national team. Him and Royce in the midfield with Kroos, I feel like is really good.
All right, how about this game? Club Brugge PSG. Now,
looking for another upset.
Now, I understand that it's PSG. PSG hasn't lost yet. Club Brugge just got a result.
I think they're going to have Neymar and Mbappe for the game, though, too, right, though.
So you going with PSG on this one?
I want to say that they're going to get a result because I loved the last game, but I just
can't get over that striker, faking he's tripping and then just completely chipped.
Such a G
Courtois.
for that. And did the Ronaldo celebration in the Bernabeu. I can't believe we don't forgot that. He did the Ronaldo celebration in the Bernabeu. Oh, my God.
Dude, is he Hall of Fame? He's going to get a Legends card.
Dude, that is a legendary move right there.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, what about Juve and Lokomotiv Moscow? I'm going to go with Juve. Is that safe to say?
Oh, my God, yeah. The Russian, they can't keep up with – they're just not going to keep up with Ronaldo. And, it just isn't going to happen.
Hey, but I'll give Lokomotiv some credit. They have the coolest badge.
They do really have a
their
cool
badge is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, but that doesn't give you any points on the table.
Yeah. All right, what other games do you got?
On the Wednesday, October the 23rd, Ajax-Chelsea. I think it'll be a huge, big test for Chelsea.
I didn't even see that game. That's how bad my eyes are.
It's the early game on Wednesday, so it's at 1. 1 p.m. Eastern, obviously. But I think Chelsea's going to rise to the occasion on this game, and I think they're going to get a draw out of it. I think it'll be 2-2. I think they'll have to get – I think they'll be losing 2-1. Like, they just get, like –
it's going to be Chelsea. This is what's going to happen.
They're going to have to come back,
yeah.
and they're going to put in a performance to win or to get the tie, to get the result in this game, a result that they need in the table.
So this is what's going to happen. It's going to be a Chelsea game where they're going to be down 2-1, and they're going to score off a set piece. It's going to be William, and you're going to see him just sliding towards the flag. I feel that's going to happen. William's going to clutch. He's going to come in clutch, and he's going to save Chelsea.
I don't even know if he's going to start. Maybe he might come off the bench. I don't know.
He will play. I put my money on that. If he doesn't, then Frank Lampard out.
Maybe we'll see Pulisic play for once. I don't know. Probably not because it's not a crap game.
Who?
Pulisic.
He still plays?
I don't even know.
Yeah,
don't even put him in the reserves half the time. I don't get it.
Any other games?
Probably the best matchup of the week. I would say Inter Dortmund.
Yeah.
In that powerhouse group.
I'm going to be a German bandwagon, go at Dortmund again because I watched the Amazon thing about him, and I'm, like, connected to the club. I got the inside scoop of Dortmund.
I want to have faith in Dortmund, but there's been the international break, and they're coming back to play this game. They played one league game since the international break. They beat Gladbach 1-0.
Classico over there.
Yeah, exactly. And before that, they tied Freiburg, who's at the bottom of the table, 2-2. So I'm not like maybe they had the international break to reset and everything, and like they got the
mind
win.
Refresher.
They got the win against Gladbach, but it wasn't, in my opinion, convincing. So
was that Royce with that goal, correct? I believe. I think it was Royce.
Yeah, in the 58th.
Yeah. Save live or die by Marco Royce. That man carries.
Nah, that's Sancho.
Him too.
And Brandt, Hummels, Berkey.
I forgot Hummels went back there.
Witzel in the midfield.
I like him a lot. Any other games you want to talk about?
I didn't even get my prediction. Sorry.
I
think.
It's a good game.
Inter wins 2-1. I was gonna say like 3-2, but I don't think Dortmund hasn't been scoring that many goals lately. I don't think they're gonna put. I don't think they're gonna put 2 in, but I don't think they'll give up 3. So I'm gonna give it 2-1 to Inter, even though that's not what I want to see. That's what I'm predicting.
I'm gonna do the mirror of you. Dortmund 2-1 against Milan. I like that. I feel I'm gonna ride with my boys in Dortmund, since I watched that show about them, and I'm just connected to the club.
What show? Is it on Netflix?
It's on Amazon. It's like inside Borussia Dortmund.
Is it like the Juve one? That's on Netflix.
There's one in Juve.
So yeah, you know about the Dortmund one, and I know about the Juve one.
Here's the thing.
That's
hear me
backwards.
Out. I didn't they don't promote that on the Juve Instagram feed. So that's
it's been like it was like before Ronaldo got there.
Really? I did not know that. I have never seen that.
I used to see it all the time because I watched the Pele documentary on Netflix, and so then
is that good?
I thought it was pretty good. It was decent.
Let me ask you a quick question. I know this is like really off topic and not
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Who is the best player of all time in soccer?
It's not Pele.
It's not Pele, right?
No.
Who do you think it is?
I think it's Messi. And I used to be Ronaldo on this until like the last 3 years.
I'm gonna surprise you. Who you think my greatest player is?
Yeah,
it is Juventus FC. It's on Netflix, but this one's on Amazon.
Okay, I have that too. Who do you think? Who do you think is the best player of all time?
Ronaldinho. Without a doubt. Now let me hear me
out. Without a doubt, homie. Yeah, he's like.
Listen,
I would say he's like top 10, but he's not.
Listen, hear me out. It's not about winning the awards.
Oh, God.
The stuff that Ronaldinho has done in his career and the stuff he did while playing is unheard of. It's the best football player I've ever seen.
Hold up.
You can pull up, like, he had, like 100 and something goals, but he wasn't a goal scorer. He was a scorer of great goals.
Ronaldinho trophies. That's what I'm looking up.
Okay. Oh, come on. He played everywhere. He played literally everywhere. If that man focused on soccer and had the work ethic of like a Ronaldo or a Messi, he would be the best player to ever play.
One World Cup, 2002. For Brazil.
That was an amazing squad Brazil had.
Yeah, Germany should have won that. Oh, sorry.
Whoa. Say what you mean, Carl. They should have won that.
Germany should have won that. Oliver Kahn should have. Oh my God, he shouldn't have deflected that ball. He gave them the goal. It was like he decided not to be a world-class keeper for like 2 seconds, and he like instead of catching it, it bricked off him and right back to them for a tap in, basically.
I love how we just segue to this and like you just get so passionate, like,
dude,
instantly.
I can't, dude. We should have won 2002 against Brazil.
So quickly, just something.
Hold up.
Oh, what you got? I was gonna say
one Champions League victory. 06 with Barca, 2 Spanish League titles with Barca, and then was the 06 Champions League with Barca? I think it was with Barca.
And then, no.
Was it with AC?
It was. I thought it was AC Milan.
I thought it was AC for a second too. And then 2 World Player of the Years in 04 and 05. Look at Pele's World Cups and titles. Look at Ronaldo's cups and titles.
I don't think anybody's gonna top Pele's his resume with the World Cup stuff.
No.
But let me ask you,
no one's gonna top him with the World Cup stuff.
Yeah, let me ask you another quick question though. What do you think is harder to win, the World Cup or Champions League?
World Cup, easily.
You think that? You really think that?
It's every 4 years. The Champions League you can win every single year. There's a chance every single year. The World Cup only comes around once every 4. You only get like 5 chances at it if you play a really long career.
Right.
That's a 20-year career right there.
Right.
Or like if you're lucky, it's like 16 if you like.
Well, let me play the other side though. Champions League is. Would you agree with me that it is the top talent in the world when it comes to soccer? Right. The top clubs, top players, top teams. Correct.
Yes, but guess what? So, you can at a club you get to choose the players for your team.
Right.
In a nation, you don't get to choose what players you live or are from your nation, which is so much harder to create a squad that gels and has chemistry and all this. Like, yeah, like you have national pride, but it's different than playing for a club. Like, you get to pick and choose your players and like playing.
Right. No, I agree with that. That makes sense, the chemistry stuff. But think about this: when you play club soccer, right?
Yeah.
And you play internationally, there are people that are from all over the world. People from Germany, Italy, Brazil, America, England, Belgium, etc. And they have to find a way to make all these people unify under, different cultures. So, like, German, like you said, German people, like the German national team.
Yeah.
They all speak German for the most part. That would be the assumption, right?
Yeah.
They all know similar culture. They know each other in a sense of like, hey, if I was to come up to somebody like, hey, I'm an American, we eat hot dogs, but some other American, they'd be like, hey, I'm an American, I know what hot dogs are. You get what I'm saying? So when you play these people over, if they go and play for Real Madrid, like I feel like that's a little bit harder because you're going against the best competition every single year. But I understand your point.
But you can stack your team.
Right.
You can stack your team. You can almost buy your way to getting
But you
chance.
have to have the money, though. That's what I'm saying.
I know, which only gives the big clubs a chance. I feel like there's more nations that have a chance than club teams that have a chance at the Champions League. Even though they get more chances. I feel like it's more teams have a chance at getting in the World Cup. You can have a Cinderella run to get to the World Cup final. Look
at Ajax last year.
Exactly. Well, I mean, yeah, that happened. They built up a good squad, and guess what? All their two of their best players besides Ziyech got bought by the best clubs in the world.
Right.
So I mean, you can't buy someone from a nation.
Right, but I'm saying to counter that again, like just because you can buy the player doesn't mean you're getting results. So I had the assumption
you have a better chance of getting results.
I felt like
the nation is stuck. The nation is stuck with what they got.
That is true to U.S. soccer. But let me ask you a question.
You have to keep developing.
Let me ask you a question real quick. If we told you that England would put up 1 point in the 2014 World Cup against Costa Rica and Uruguay, you're telling me that that Costa Rica team is more competitive than the UEFA League group team. You get what I'm saying?
No. I'm not saying they're more competitive than that team or that they're better than that team.
Okay.
I'm saying because the talent is more spread out and you can't pick your team, the playing field is more level, so I think it's harder to win.
That's a very good point.
It's harder.
I'm on the fence right now, honestly, because
it's harder to win. I'm saying yes, I clearly agree. Champions League, better teams, better quality.
Right.
But I think
better players.
But I think World Cup and international play, there's more passion. I'm not saying they don't have passion in the other things. They obviously want to win the Champions League and they want to win their league title. I'm not saying they don't.
Right.
But when you're playing for your country, there's more passion, I would say, and more even playing field throughout all the teams. Like, obviously, there's still some stinkers of a team in there. But
I'm just going to read this off to you because me and my friend, Juan Fonseca, we talked about this, and I get persuaded easily. But he made a good point, and you made a good point too, so I'm on the fence.
Okay, so what did he say?
So he said the same thing I just told you. So I agree with him that. But I agree with you that getting to the final and winning World Cup is very difficult, and it doesn't happen often. But in that 2014 World Cup, because I was just on my mind, it's the one I know the most because I felt like the Russian one I didn't really connect. Just the times were off and everything. I couldn't watch it at night and stuff like that.
In the morning.
Get up at 5 a.m. to watch like a good game. Or if
I'm watching the Germany game no matter what. I don't care what time it is, but.
Well, if your nation wasn't in it like mine, like it's just like why even watch? Because I feel like when your team's in it, you're like, yeah. So like for you being a German fan and being a German, being connected in the German culture, like that is like something like I wish I had. But USA Soccer is such a letdown. We'll get to that later. But I'm gonna read this real fast to you.
Okay.
So just so 2014, this was the group: Argentina, Nigeria, Bosnia
and Herzegovina.
Yeah, and Iran. That is not competitive. This World Cup.
But did you look at Germany's group? Germany, Portugal, Ghana, U.S. Who came out of that? Germany and U.S.
I'm surprised U.S. got out of that, honestly.
Because they did a madness against Portugal.
No, they tied. They beat.
That's a result for them.
They lost it. So they
beat,
won 1-1 across the board.
Yeah,
so that
and they beat Ghana, the people that knocked them out, the other World Cup, which was a huge momentum builder for them. And then
they should have won
against Belgium.
They should have won
16 saves from Tim Howard.
16, 15, whatever. I just wanted to get your opinion on that, but I still think the greatest play. Like I know that his resume is not good, Ronaldinho's, but I feel like watching Ronaldinho play is like
man, he's done some of the most amazing things with a football that I've ever seen. He's not the greatest player to ever play the game. He's one of the most technically gifted players to ever play the game. He's probably top 2, him and Messi, most technically gifted players to ever play the game. Naturally gifted.
That dude,
like, yes, he practiced or whatever. Naturally gifted. That was God-given talent.
I feel like Ronaldinho.
Have you seen the video of him?
The crossbar challenge, right?
He juggles, volleys it, not half volley, doesn't let it hit the ground. Volleys it off the crossbar, chests it, continues juggling, volleys it, hasn't touched the ground yet. Hits the crossbar again, right back to him, chests it, keeps juggling, and does it one more time. The ball hasn't touched the ground.
This dude.
That is God-given talent. You cannot, you can practice that, but that is, something that you just, normal people cannot do that. That doesn't mean he's the best player ever.
I think he's the best player ever.
Okay.
Best player I've ever seen. And Messi.
I'm honestly not going to change your mind on this.
I'm fine.
But we can just agree to disagree.
No. But I'm saying, I wouldn't, even though I like Ronaldo better, I don't reject Messi. I just think the only thing I see the biggest knock on Messi is the international career. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! So Ronaldo got lucky once with a Euro because
he won.
It was all stacked on one side.
No.
Oh my God! Did you see that?
And then the only thing I'm saying is that Messi has. I want to see.
And he got bailed out. He got hurt. And Eder scored a once in a lifetime goal for him.
Hey. That's some magic of soccer.
I mean, I'm not mad though because I don't like France. I'm glad.
Quick,
I'm glad they lost at home.
I'm gonna wrap this up real quick.
Yeah, we need to get moving.
What Messi and Ronaldo, I can take interchangeable with them. Like if we're talking about accomplishments, stuff like that. It also depends on how you think is the best player ever. If you think about, I'd look at it just as who is the best player in soccer only. By the way, it's really weird. Who can look like the game is nothing. Like it's easy. Like Ronaldinho makes soccer look like putting stuff in the microwave. And just I don't know the analogy there, but anyway.
Okay, whatever.
Moving on.
Quick moving on to we touched on it a second ago. The U.S. men's national team lost to Canada 2-0.
Yeah, if you didn't know, first loss in 34
result.
years. I want to go just a little bit, because I know we're pushing it.
Well, yeah, we really have. I mean, the tangent was passion, so we had to go with it. We had to roll with it.
Dude, that was honest. That was not scripted. I just got into it and I got crawled.
I had to censor myself for a second. That was about to get heated.
Let me show you these quick stats, and we'll move on to NBA. Canada had 9 shots, 5 on target, 43 possession, 11 fouls, 1 corner, 3 offsides.
They're clearly in the game. That shows they shouldn't have even been competing on the same pitch, and they won the game. Like
USA, 7 shots, 3 on target, 57 possession, 15 fouls, 5 corners, 0 offsides. I'm going to use this stat right now and hear me
I had to go back and watch the game because I thought it was going to be a nothing game, so I didn't watch it.
I watched the highlights, and it's just like, is this a USA team that I have to root for? But the quick stat, though, the offsides, 3 Canada, 0 USA. That tells me immediately that this USA team cannot attack. Now, you're going to say to me, Taylor, offsides, it's just a penalty, stuff like that. But I'm thinking it as, like, if you're not having offsides, that means that you're not pushing for the attack.
I would go even more specific with that, and I would say your forwards and midfielders aren't making dynamic runs.
That too.
Your forwards aren't making a run in between the outside back and the center back. Your midfielders aren't getting to the next level and breaking through the back line for a run, like from a ball from the left back or something like that down the wing.
Yeah.
So your forwards aren't interchanging. Your midfielders aren't making dynamic runs. It's not allowing you to be you're not doing anything creative on offense. And they weren't able to control the midfield at all, which is surprising against the Canada team that should have been able to do nothing.
Quick rundown of the team's makeup. Just looking at not names, leagues. MLS leads this list, if you're not surprised, 13 players.
Yeah, because they the MLS tried to make the U.S. national team like a feeder system. It's like feed the MLS players through like all their like training programs for each team, and then they go in and become into U.S. and NTDP. Like
England players for 3, and what I mean England and German, I mean like the leagues. I just didn't get too specific just to hurry it up.
Yeah.
4 English players, 3 German players, 1 Canada, 1 Turkey. Is it time for the USA to look, the federation itself, and look at Greg Berhalter and terminate his position and get somebody else in there?
No, not yet.
You don't think so?
He hasn't even gone through a full cycle of CONCACAF. I don't think so. I think there's obviously questions, but there's cause of concern. The seat is getting mildly hot. The burner has been turned on, but I don't think
he's smoking just a little bit.
We're just simmering. We're not there yet.
Last question about this before we move on to basketball.
We're probably going to run through this quick. We already had your time for I don't even know how long. We're running like 40 minutes already. We haven't even got.
We're at 34 minutes right
34?
now. We got healthy time. We got good healthy time. Right, Do the USA scrap the play from the back and play a new style of football?
No, they shouldn't. I think that was the best thing about that so far. Like,
is obviously introducing that?
They weren't great at it. But I think that's a building block that they can learn from. And if you have to try, unless you have an effective style, which we don't, that you can counter that type of play and be effective at it and use that and have it become your identity. I don't think that you can do that. You need to, if you can't beat them, join them, kind of, I would say, because I think you needed to, like, they need to learn how to play that style of football / soccer. Like, they need to learn how to play that. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to compete at a high level. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
I got some breaking news. We're going to just end the USA because that's not important. Old news. I just read this. I don't know when this came out. This is 4:50. I didn't know if you knew this.
No.
This must be brand new.
What happened?
Zion Williamson has knee surgery, sidelined 6 to 8 weeks.
Really? I saw that he was going to be out a few weeks.
I heard that. I
But
did not know. They say on the Twitter, the injury report
On
has
the
a
Twitter.
torn right lateral meniscus repair.
You know, listen. Bold hot take coming in right now.
Oh, God.
Zion Williamson, the next Greg Oden.
You think he's going to be a bust?
I think he's gonna be able to play better.
Right.
Okay, no, not Greg Oden. Derrick Rose.
Whoa.
Zion Williamson, the next Derrick Rose.
But Derrick Rose didn't have his knee surgery until late, though.
I know. He's gonna come back. He's gonna be amazing. Okay.
Is this going to be the thing where well, he's not.
He's gonna show out. He's gonna be amazing, like everyone predicted. But his whole career is gonna be defined by his injuries. He's not gonna be able to take care of his body as well as LeBron has.
And I don't want to give out anything, but I was just writing about him.
And if you think about it, even look back into his high school and college careers with injuries. For Zion.
Do you think that shoot thing really messed him up?
I don't think the shoot thing. I think there's been stuff before that. So like I just think he's too injury prone to become a full-fledged, healthy, long career star in the NBA. I think he's gonna be amazing for 3, 4, 5 years maybe, but battling injuries in those years. And then it's going to be one thing after another, and he's not going to have this long, extended, amazing career like a LeBron or Kobe or something like that people think he's going to become like that great of a player. I think he has the potential, but the injuries are going to kill his career. That's my hot take. You can disagree with me all you want.
A lot of people are saying that, though. A lot of sports people
I
are
haven't
talking
really
about
paid
that.
attention, but I think that's just my opinion. Like I hope he has an amazing, long, healthy career.
Right.
That's my opinion. That's what I think is going to happen.
Okay. I didn't know that. I knew that he was going to miss. I did not know he had surgery, but I think this just came out.
It's
or
tough.
I didn't see it.
It's tough out there.
I'm going to get him on I can't think of the thing. I'm going to get him on like Nutrisystem because that boy heavy. That's his problem. It's probably his weight.
He'll cut weight though.
Yeah,
I think
when he gets like
professional.
When he gets like a
training. Like he's still
chef.
professional. He was like training like a professional probably at Duke. I mean, look at their system.
Right.
But I think this is like the
Actual.
NBA. Like
Right.
this is not college. Like this is your this is your sole focus. You don't have school. So
I hope he loses weight because I've seen so many memes.
He's probably gonna cut like.
Everybody says he could come up with like Booger McFarlane.
Oh my god, he's probably gonna cut like 25 pounds. I would say.
I hope so. Okay.
Anyways, let's just talk about the East.
Yeah.
Let's get this trash bin out of the way.
The East. I don't want to say.
Also, we're just talking about playoff picture. We don't have to talk about the crappy teams. We know the Hornets are gonna suck. I know the Hornets are gonna suck. So let's just move on from that. Enough said.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
We're just talking playoff picture, and maybe you're like first team out, like top 8 and first team out.
Playoff picture, number 8. Well,
we're going from 8 up to 1?
We'll go 8 to 1.
8 to 1. No. I won to 8 because I mean, the teams at the top you kind of know. I feel like the more interesting is who you have later.
So top to bottom. You want to do that? Okay. So last year, quick refresher. Eastern Conference ended like this: Milwaukee, Toronto, Philadelphia, Boston, Indiana, Brooklyn, Orlando, Detroit, 1 through 8. This year, number 1, I have Milwaukee again. Giannis coming back and really wreaking havoc. And now that he can't get claimed by Kawhi or LeBron, I feel like he's going to be top. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty. That was a lock from the beginning. I don't think there was any question about
lock
that.
since the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have the 76ers. Who do you have?
I debated this a little bit. I debated it a little bit, but I did go with the 76ers at 2. It wasn't a straight lock. But
I had to think about it as well.
But I put them there.
I just like that Al Horford and Josh Richardson addition. That's going to be a lockdown team.
Yeah. I think it'll be like they'll play Milwaukee in the conference final, and like they'll lose in 6 or something like that. Like
if you didn't know, Ben Simmons hit a 3 in the preseason.
And the celebration, the memes on Twitter was so great.
I feel like this dude doesn't. I don't know why he just doesn't shoot threes. I guess maybe he's not like that. But I'm sick and tired of the NBA. Quick side rant. This drives me crazy.
Oh my god, this podcast a mess.
I know we're going off the rails, but I cannot stand watching videos of guys working out in the gym. I cannot stand it.
It's so dumb. Like, we don't care.
Like,
congratulations, James Harden has been working on a one-footed jumper,
whatever it is.
Just like, so what? If you see it in the game, then cool. I don't care if he's working on it. Don't give a damn.
Like, same thing. Like Devin Booker, he's getting doubled.
Oh no,
in practice.
He's getting doubled. I just like get.
Yeah, you're getting doubled, dude. You want to know why?
Oh, Carmelo's gonna come back. Let's watch his stupid gym videos that he's probably taken 800 times so that he can actually make a shot against this bum. Like, I don't want to watch it. Why is this on my timeline?
I saw tweets like, if Melo gets back in the league, he's got a lot of payment to do to those actors in that gym. And it's always a Lifetime gym or whatever it is, like that one gray indoor court where everybody's like, whoa.
Was famous. His whole career was over when he picked up that basketball when it was courtside and didn't shoot it.
Oh, man.
That's when his whole career was definitely over.
Talk about a video being overplayed. I cannot stand.
It would have been so embarrassing if he missed that.
You probably thought man, this could mess up my sideline percentage shooting, so I'm not gonna do it. I can't. I cannot deal with him.
Let's move on from old crap.
Move on from my takes, my annoyance takes. Number three, I have Toronto. Even though they lost Danny Green and Kawhi, obviously Kawhi being.
Why did you put Danny Green before Kawhi in that sentence?
The list I'm reading off right now had them first.
Okay.
Because it goes by guard/forward.
Okay. I was about to say, holy crap.
But Kawhi. Was that good?
That was okay.
I'm a funny guy. I like to play basketball, but I'm a funny guy.
What did
I don't know, dude. Kawhi's weird, but that dude can ball. Like, seriously, if Kawhi Leonard goes, quick West rant, if he goes to the West and wins a championship this year, like, he's in the top 10, 15 of all time. He'd have two back-to-back, or the back-to-back, 3 titles in his career, and winning it from going the East to West.
And a Finals MVP, 2 Finals MVPs.
Yeah, and I assume that he'd win this
probably
MVP.
A 3, unless PG goes off.
Yeah. So who do you have at number 3? Was it Toronto?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no. I put
Don't think.
Oh wait, no. Do I actually
just say it? Because I don't hope you didn't put this team down.
Oh God.
I know what team you put down. Just say it.
No, you don't. Indiana.
Really? I thought you put down the Nets.
Oh no. I liked their team basketball that they played last year, and I don't know. Is Oladipo gonna be back? When is he gonna be back? Is he back for the start of the season?
No, he won't be back till I think 2 months in, because that was a bad injury he got.
Yeah, you're right. I had them lower, but I felt good about them. I forgot that Oladipo was gonna be back right away.
But they added. Wait. I hate to cut you off. They added the Charlotte legend Jeremy Lamb. He finally got a real deal.
Yeah, I know. That's why I forgot about that actually. But I like their team and the way they play the game.
They got Malcolm Brogdon and they got T.J. Warren. I think T.J. Warren's a very underrated player from the Suns.
The big Miles Turner. He's good too. I think they have a lot of good players. I forgot Oladipo wasn't coming back right away. Frick.
So that's your third pick.
You know what? I'm a ride or die. I'm gonna stick with it at 3.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sticking with them at 3.
Number 4, I kind of got tossed up between the 4 and 5 because this is really like, hey, you're a okay team in the East.
Yep.
But you're not actually that great of a team. I put Brooklyn. Is that bad? I put them at 4. Do
No,
I like Brooklyn too much? Is Kyrie that good?
I have them lower. So.
Really?
Yeah. I have Toronto at 4.
They lost a lot. Now I'm looking at it.
I have Toronto at 4, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they slip lower than that.
You wouldn't be?
No. But I have them at 4.
I have them at 4 in the Nets because they have cool jerseys. Kidding.
I was about to say, what a freaking reason.
All right, number 5. I think we might have the same one. Boston Celtics. Or do you have them lower?
Yeah, I have them lower. I have Brooklyn here.
So you had Bucks, Sixers, Pacers.
Bucks, Sixers, Pacers.
Toronto.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
Dang.
I know.
Okay, so number 5, our homeboy, Kemba Walker, probably the greatest. Well, the
5
greatest.
for you, but yeah.
Greatest Charlotte Hornets
The
player.
greatest
of all
Charlotte
time.
Hornet of all time, and I don't think anyone's gonna come close to him.
Oh yeah, I think it's gonna be a while. It should have been Anthony Davis, but
I think. I know. I'm not gonna talk about this for a long time.
right.
Give
Go
me
ahead.
a few seconds.
Yeah, go ahead. You got all the time.
Miles Bridges, I think is going to become the next star of this team. That's
Right.
plain and as simple. But I think he can become a better player than Kemba. I don't think
so the ceiling's higher because
I don't
you
think
knew your
I don't
ceiling
think
with
he'll
Kemba.
become the best Charlotte Hornet. I think
He'll
we'll
fill
still,
the like he'll be like that star
it's
player.
gonna take a while. Like I don't have the same feeling about him as I did when we drafted Kemba.
Right.
But I have a feeling about him. He has the body for it. He's that swing man that we've never really had. That is a dynamic player already, slashing to the hoop. He can step out, and he needs to get more consistent with it. But he can step out and shoot the three. He uses both hands very well. I think that there's a lot of stepping stones for him still to go, but he has a good foundation that he can build on, and with the right tutelage, I think that he can exceed Kemba Walker in talent. I think Kemba Walker was an excellent player,
right.
But I think he had some superstar qualities, some superstar moments. And Kemba's obviously always going to be my boy. I have his jersey. I've watched his whole career.
Right.
But I think Miles Bridges has the potential to go beyond that. I think he has the body, like the build, the physical attributes that just Kemba didn't have.
So I'm with you on that. Well, I don't watch enough Charlotte basketball. That's the issue. I should. But I think what I'm picking away from what you're saying is that Kemba is the guy. He was the perfect guy for Charlotte, as in he wasn't too egotistic about it. He wasn't like
he was for the team.
Right. He wasn't like a Russell Westbrook that was just like every night he was slamming his chest and screaming and stuff like that. But Kemba carried himself good for Charlotte.
Yeah. And you can tell he was down to earth and was playing his heart out for this team.
Right.
And he went through a 7-win season with the Bobcats. Like I sat through 2 of those wins. I was there for 2 of our wins that season. Brutal.
10% of the games they won. I had to look that up earlier.
After games, that season was I think either his rookie or second year. This man was screaming after games, belligerent, so upset that they were losing so many games, and it was like, and all the vets were like, "Whoa, this guy cares a lot about what this team is."
He should care. If I'm going out there and we're winning, what was it? You said 9 games?
7.
7. You win 7 games because that was a shortened season.
It was like 7-59 or like 7-53.
They won 10% of the games. Imagine going out there and knowing that
every night
you're literally a 90-10 split.
It was like if we didn't lose by more than 15, it was a good game.
It's incredible. and let me just tell you something I wrote about it. It's coming out tomorrow. Read it. It drives me crazy that the NBA did not give the Charlotte Hornets that first-round pick. That should have been Anthony Davis and Kemba Walker. I don't know if they would. If you could say that AD wouldn't.
Do you know when the Bobcats were entered into the league? Obviously, they had the most amount of lottery balls. They got Emeka Okafor because they didn't win the draft lottery and get Dwight Howard. They could have had prime Dwight Howard.
The thing was, Anthony Davis is like, that's if he gets developed right. But the fact that I know the lottery system, the ping pong balls, they want to make it so that
no
tanking
tankathon.
Teams.
You mean like Miami and Washington right now in the NFL?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Miami's intentionally losing games. Like, I swear.
Dude, they traded all their players for future picks. They're going to be great in 2030 when the world doesn't exist anymore.
I saw a quick baseball thing. My friend said that the Braves won't win anything until 2095, and I just chuckled at that. Let's not talk.
We talked about every single sport today.
I know, dude. This
awesome. Is another
great. I love it. But the fact is, the Hornets had the worst record in the NBA history. 10% they won their games.
Bobcats, not the Hornets.
Bobcats. Charlotte team.
Charlotte team.
Bring back the Cats.
Oh my God, no, please.
Yeah, there's a page for that. That's right. But the fact that they didn't get the first round pick, they didn't get Anthony Davis. I don't understand that. Okay.
Anyways.
Sorry. Charlotte fans, we're Charlotte natives in the area of Charlotte. And we hate seeing our team not be good. Anyway,
move on to number 6.
Number 6. Okay, I had the Pacers.
We need to get through this.
I had the Pacers.
I have who? Oh my God, who? What was the last team that I didn't choose from the top?
Was it Celtics? Because I had
yes.
So you had
Boston.
Celtics 6. I feel like 1-3
I think
lock.
they're just gonna be a shamble. They just really are. Like obviously, and I feel like 6 is shambolic for them with what squad they have.
That's the lowest they can go.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Because they don't have not Kemba. They don't have Kyrie on the team.
Yeah. Who do you have at 7?
So this is where it gets interesting. These last two.
And then do your first team out as well.
So I have. We'll do 7, 8, and then the first team on the bubble.
Yep,
so I put for 7. I have the Detroit Pistons making it.
I have Miami.
Okay.
I think Jimmy Butler makes enough of the difference for them.
I feel like Miami doesn't have a better team, and Tyler Hero is balling. That dude is.
Yeah, they still have Goran Dragic. They have Bam Adebayo. They have.
I didn't even know
Hassan Whiteside.
They have Miles Leonard coming in, which I think he's a decent above bench guy. Better than having Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson got waived. Hassan Whiteside, he's gone. That dude, I don't like Hassan Whiteside. Ever since he said, "I get my 2K stats up," he gone. I don't want to deal with him. But Jimmy Butler, and then they have Miles Leonard coming in.
It's not bad, but yeah, I like Miami at 7.
8th seed, New York Knicks. I'm kidding. 8th seed, I have Miami as well.
Yeah, I debated about Detroit here for a long time. They got 8 last year.
Right.
But I think another team that made the playoffs last year is going to be here. Orlando.
You think Orlando's going to get in there?
Yep, I think Orlando's going to have another, good for them season. I think they have enough quality. And I think an injury to Drummond or an injury to Blake Griffin, probably Blake Griffin, will, for an extended period of time, will cause the Detroit Pistons to miss the playoffs. That is just my opinion, though.
The Magic got Aminu. I did not know that. Aminu?
Yeah, Al-Farouq Aminu.
They got Mo Bamba.
Oh, my God.
Got Vucevic.
DJ Augustine reviving his career. There's a Bobcat for you that was in that.
He's like 100 years old. How is he still in the league?
Dude, he still looks the same age as when he played for the Bobcats.
Hey, and then they have
all these Bobcat references.
The construction guy, Markelle Fultz. He's hitting shots now.
Yeah,
his form
maybe
looks like
maybe he comes in and makes them better. I don't know.
Yeah, he comes in, forms all trashy, but he's making it, dude.
I think I got a squad there, but yeah, my first team out is Detroit. Obviously, I think they're right there. I think
it was hard.
They're in the playoff hunt everywhere. The 7 through like 10 area, like Chicago could be in that 10 area too. Like I feel like they're close too. So, but that's my rounds out my teams.
Yeah, I don't know if Orlando will get in. I don't know. I just don't know. Chicago's one of the teams. Yeah, we said that the East is bad, which is true. But there's a game.
Some teams are building into mediocrity. That's about it.
Yeah,
I feel like there's good teams like the Celtics and the Nets. Well, teams like the Celtics who are dropping down into mediocrity, and then teams like Miami, Detroit.
Miami's going to be a destination after
Washington, Brooklyn, Chicago. Like those teams are building up from being literal crap to mediocrity. So it's making the middle of the table look but it's like the middle is where all the teams are, and then there's
the middle of the table is the bottom of the West.
Like the Bucks, and then a huge step down, and it's the 76ers, because even though they had the talent that could be on the level of the Bucks, we haven't seen them put those pieces together and make it work to the best of his ability.
Right.
So I think it's a huge step down. And then after that, you have like teams like 3 and 4 who are like and then a little step down is all that mediocrity.
But hey,
then you got the Hornets all the way down there.
That's 6 through 9, like 6 through 10 is.
Yeah, but when you look at the West, and the West is like.
Oh no, I'm saying for the.
Oh,
East
the West you have like.
oh
my God, the West you have like 12 teams that could make the playoffs.
Sacramento, baby. I'm not saying that because I'm wearing my Sacramento Kings hat right now.
Oh my god.
All right. Next Tuesday or next Tuesday, we're gonna get back together, Carl. We're
We're
gonna finish up the predictions from 3
the
or
West.
reactions to 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Reactions from week 3 of not week 3, the third match days
of Champions League, right? So we'll come back to Champions League match day 3,
and then
our reactions,
and then a little bit of a quick. We'll see how the first week of NBA went.
Yeah, we'll recap that,
and we won't. Or we'll try not to have that bias into our picks.
Right, and we'll go over the Western Conference predictions, even though we'll be late behind it.
Yeah,
but
just wanted to spread it out because we already, this podcast is already like 56
minutes.
Oh my God,
we have to wrap it up here.
Some quality content, though.
Carl's got to go watch the Jets game. I didn't know there was
I got to watch the Jets. Take it slow. Drive by drive, baby. Mono Sam.
Hey, the Cowboys won. They beat Eagles.
Yeah, but guess who beat them? Guess who beat them last week?
Hey, Sam Darnold's the future. But, Carl,
no cap.
Let me kick it to you.
Yes, sir.
Golden
Star of the week.
Who's your Golden Star of the week?
This will top it off.
Episode 3, your third Golden Star. Who do you got?
Oh, my third Golden Star.
Can you remember your first 2?
Did I say Drinkwitz or you said Drinkwitz?
I said my first one was
my first one was
Amari
Di Maria.
Cooper. Yeah, Di Maria. Mine was
No. Yours was Drinkwitz. And then you said
Amari Cooper for being
second week, and I said Marshawn Lattimore because he locked Amari Cooper down.
I just hit my microphone. Sorry about that, but yeah.
And then this week, probably if you're listening to this, unless you're Garrett Wedden, you don't follow hockey. So
I don't follow hockey.
My favorite team.
But let me tell you something. Danielle, my girlfriend, her stepdad follows hockey. He's a Rangers fan.
Oh, I'm a Devils fan. So
if he listens to this, I'll let him know.
Arch nemesis of the Devils or of the Rangers are the Devils, both in the New York area.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're my favorite hockey team. They had the number 1 overall pick this past year. They drafted Jack Hughes. This past week against the Rangers, he scored his first NHL point. He got an assist. And on Thursday, we played the Vancouver Canucks. He played against his older brother, who got drafted the year before him to the Vancouver Canucks.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, he played them, and he scored his first NHL goal on the power play to give us a 1-0 lead, and that ended up being the only goal of the game, and we won the game.
So how many games are in the hockey right now? Very early, right?
We're 8 games in. Like, some people have played, 6, and some people played 10.
The hockey schedule always been throwing me off.
My team's played 8 so far.
Okay.
So most teams have played around 7 or 8.
So what was his name again? Because I did.
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes. What is he, 16, 18?
18. You have to be 18 to play in the league.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So college is required unless you come from overseas?
No. So you can play for, USHL. It's a US, and then you can play... if you're in Canada, you can play in the juniors. So there's junior leagues all across Canada, and then people get drafted out of Sweden, Finland, those Nordic countries.
Yeah. Where the ponds actually freeze.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
hey, shout out Bo Hakidis.
Russia too.
Shout out Bo Hakidis, NHL referee. We went to high school with his younger brother. You were in his grade.
Hakidis, yeah.
Bo Hakidis, if you're listening to this, keep doing it, dude. Keep leaving to the dream. We'll shout you out. I'll mention you on Twitter.
All right. Anyways, who's your Golden Star?
My Golden Star of the day, I hate to say this, but it kept me up at night this last week. It was miserable the last 2 weeks. The Houston Astros, I give them my Golden Star.
Oh, is it Jose Altuve?
No, just the whole team. I'm a Yankees fan. If anybody
so
doesn't know that.
Oh, crushed.
Chapman threw his second best pitch, that slider, and hung it. Back-to-back pitches, and Altuve pounced on it. Shout out to the Houston Astros.
You see CC Beathard retired?
CC pitched since 2009-10. Because that dude...
always hurt.
That dude, every time I've watched him in, since the World Series, when I think, CC's pitching, I'm like, oh, that's a loss. Every time he plays, he just is not himself anymore.
Yeah.
And then he dislocates his shoulder, which is unfortunate. But I wish the best for CC. Thank you for the 2009 series. The Yankees have a lot of questions that need to be answered this
We've covered every single major sport.
Oh, yeah, dude.
We did soccer. We did basketball. We did football. We talked about
We did hockey, dude.
MLB.
That's your man. MLB hockey.
Dude, we got it all today.
NFL.
If you've listened this far into the podcast, you're an absolute G. If you made it, almost an hour in
I got an hour right now.
Hour in. Yo, what a mad lad you are for making it an hour in. So
we appreciate everybody listening. Carl, it was a pleasure. This was a kick-ass episode, man.
If you have, I know we said some controversial things today. So if you have anything you want to say to us, put our links to our Twitters in the YouTube description. Yeah. I'll say mine right now. KHReichert2, REICHERT. KHReichert2 on Twitter. I mean, if you want to say yours, you can. But definitely, if you have any, like, if you want to go to war on any of our opinions.
Next week, quickly, we're going to have one of my friends from one of my classes last semester.
Sorry, I just kicked the mic on accident.
Oh, no, you're fine. One of my friends from last semester, Caden, he's on the App State football team. If you didn't know, we go to App State, and he wanted to be on this week. But something come up with football, so
I didn't know he was on the football team.
Yeah, he's on the football team.
I thought it was like a manager or something.
No, he plays. He's a real deal. So, Cato, if you're listening to this, man, shout out to you. And
same with Gabe. Gabe plays.
Yeah, shout out my old roommate, Gabe.
Yo, Gabe got on the field. He got some touches against
college football. We covered that too, dude. I'm so passionate. I'm like excited.
21, ranked 21. Anyways, that's enough about us. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, Carl, you kicked ass, man.
So did you, my guy. All right, thank you, everyone.
We'll catch you around.